PS4 this time. Like I said, I'm in a collection groove, so I'm just making them. Been a while, and like I said, I'm going to be selling some of these too, so hey, a little archive of stuff. I actually had to pull out 4 of these games from a bin because I was going to sell them. So I have a bin full of stuff I want to sell, and I had to pull some of these out, such as this one, Killzone Shadowfall. From what I played of this, it was pretty good. Solid shooter, looked nice. One of these games I picked up because it was cheap. Like I said, I get the PS4, and I bought a bunch of games. I shouldn't have bought a ton of games, but they were cheap, but still, there's no way I was getting around to playing all of them. But from what I played of this one, it was pretty good. Uncharted 4, Thief's End. This is a great game. I love the Uncharted. They're solid. They're really good, I should say. Action adventure games, Indiana Jones type stuff, Tomb Raider. A fitting end to the series. I mean, it looks great. It has another action movie scene that they all have. Combat's fun, even though the enemies can be bullet sponges. Nathan Drake is killing people at an alarming rate. He's a serious murderer. That's why it's hard to, when it comes to like game stories, like the story's fine and stuff, but you can't, it's like this guy for the course of 4 games, realistically, he's probably killed 2,000-3,000 people, if not more. And the problem is it's a video game, so you need enemies, you know? But it's just like, you have to detach yourself from the fact that this guy has killed endless amounts of people, a lot where he didn't have to, he could have just knocked them out, you know? But still looks great. You're exploring, you're finding treasures and stuff. You could make another one where the ending spoilers where his kid is, I think she's like 15. Like you could do it where like Nathan and Elena are like now in the Sully role. You know, kind of they're there, but you don't play as them. But they're kind of there as side characters, or just he is, or whatever. You know, and she's the new explorer in the family. But yeah, it's still a great game. Looks incredible, fun to play. Great voice acting as well. Galisto Protocol. This is made, I think, of some of the people that did the Dead Space games. This is very Dead Space. Like, very Dead Space. I think this is the one where you get grabbed in the beginning. You're like doing mining on a planet or something. These people arrest you. You're in jail. You gotta get out of jail. I think the people are turned into creatures. I can't remember. I didn't play all of it. The combat is just that the controls took a little getting used to, I remember. It's a little different in the control scheme. Mozart Wham. 1 year for Christmas. Well, it would have been probably 20. No. When would it have been? Christmas 22, I think. Yeah. Or no, it would have been, yes, because I got the PS5 at the end of 23. I had a bunch of games on my wish list on Amazon. My fiance bought like all of them. This was one of them. It was like $10. I've not opened it. The reason I got it is because it's like a point-and-click adventure type game, so that's why I got it. I don't know if I'll ever get around to playing it. Hidden Agenda. I was told about this in the comments. This game, it's made by the people that play did Supermassive Games. They do the Dark Pictures, Until Dawn, The Quarry. I've not played this one yet. I did open it. You do need to download, or you need an app on your phone, which is kind of a turn-off, but I need to see what it's all about. I just noticed, I think I just noticed this. I don't think I mentioned this when I first got it. The hole punch here, this was sealed, but I remember a garage sale before I started this channel. I'm pretty sure. There was a guy selling tons of sealed games, only $4. I think they were 4 and 6. There's PSP, PS3 and I think a few PS2. And I picked up Africa on PS3. I think one of the Ninja Gaiden Sigma and like 3 PSP games. Half Minute Hero. One of the Personas, because they put out the early Personas on the PSP as well. They were the original. The first Persona was a Super Nintendo game. Well, Super Famicom. And then I think the second one came out on PlayStation originally. I think the PSP got updated versions at the time. And something else, I can't remember what. But they had the holes punched in them. And I'm pretty sure that means this guy was an employee of Sony, and I guess they gave you free copies of games. And I guess they just put these in there. I don't know why. Because they were all sealed. A ton of them, they were all sealed. They all had this whole bunch in them. I'm going to look it up sometime, but I haven't played it yet. This is one I would like to play. Horizon Zero Dawn. A lot of people said a lot of good things about this game. Just have not played it. I picked it up once again because it was like $10 at GameStop. So I picked it up. It's one we did play. Sackboy of Big Adventure. This is the representative in the PS4 category of the cover art tournament that I need to start the second round of. This is a cool game. These originally were, I think, just regular platformers, like 2D kind of platformers. On the PS3, where you would, or maybe did it start on the PSP? Or did it start on the PS3? I don't know. And you can also create levels, I believe, and stuff. This is your traditional kind of like Super Mario World. All in Mario games, there's an overworld. You're going to different levels in each one. There's stuff to collect in each one, different things you gotta do. Gameplay's pretty fun. Looks nice. We did a lot in this. We didn't do like everything in terms of getting every little thing, but we did do a bunch. And you're getting different outfits for them and stuff. It was really good. Neo. I have not played it. I picked it up at GameStop for $5. These games are cheap. This in a second. I think they did remasters on the PS5. If anyone's played it, let me know what it is. It's a Team Ninja game, so I'd assume it's kind of Ninja Gaiden type. Koei Tecmo. Ratchet and Clank. This artwork sucks. Not that the artwork itself doesn't suck, it's just destroyed. I think a giant crease in it. I got this. This is the first game I think I picked up. I got it for $10 at GameStop. That GameStop in Bayshore, I bought a lot of games from for the PS4 because I was just grabbing them left and right from there because they were cheaper. This is based on the game, based on the movie that's based on the game. I always forget they made that Ratchet and Clank movie. But it's kind of based off the first game that came out on the PS2, but this one's now based on that movie. I guess they added some elements and stuff. It's Ratchet and Clank. It looks phenomenal. The gameplay's fun. They're very similar, obviously, the Ratchet and Clanks, but they're always super fun, and they look great. These games are needed, these type of games, in my opinion. They're a nice change of pace. You're just blowing up robots and shit. You get crazy weapons. They look phenomenal. The voice acting. The guy who voices Ratchet, I'm pretty sure, voiced Tidus in Final Fantasy X. Another GameStop. $10, The Order, 1886. This game looks incredible. I've not beaten this. It's short. I need to probably go back and complete it. Because it was cool. It was cool. You know, we kind of also not crazy weapons like Ratchet and Clank, but interesting weapons, I guess. They're not like over the top like Ratchet and Clank, but you're hunting like werewolves and I think other paranormal type stuff in this. But it's supposed to be super short. It looks incredible, and this was an early title, I think, for the 2015 when the PS4 came out in 2013. So a little bit on. They showed this though, like before the PS4 came out. This is when like the games they showcased. I guess it came out later than I thought. I do need to go back this one. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins, or Origin, I should say. real quickly, I filmed this video before, and I got like to the end of it. My fiance comes in, the cat got stung by a hornet. So I went out there, we're just checking her out, looking her over. She took her to the vet, I threw her in the carriage, took her to the vet, so she's texting me. She's being seen now, so I just need to respond to this real quickly. Stranger Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. This is a prequel to the original Final Fantasy on the NES. And spoilers, you're playing as the guy who is the bad guy in the original Final Fantasy. This is also made by Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo with Square Enix, so it has that gameplay like a Ninja Gaiden. I played some of it and it was alright. I don't know if I'll go back to it, but I thought it was cool that they made like a prequel to the original. Song of Horror. This is another one that was on that wish list that my fiance bought all those games for me at Christmas. I've not opened this yet, and the reason I haven't, it's a horror game. I'm sure I'll like it. It looks cool. But I remember I just happened to look it up online. The thing's selling for like $80, $90, $70, $80, $90 sealed, because it's a limited run game. Limited Run made the discs for the game, so there's a small amount of them. Protocol Games and Kaiser Game, Razor Games. I guess whoever made the game, but I might open it at some point, but I don't know. These limited, I didn't even know it was limited run, but she got it for me, so makes sense why it's gained value. I think it was like $30 or $40 new originally, now it's like $89. Persona 5 Strikers. I got this because it was like $5 new at GameStop. I opened it though because the disc was rattling around. I remember I was told in the comments when I first started getting the PS4 games and noticed some of the discs were out, even though they were new. They're like, yeah, that happens with the PS4 games. They pop out. It happens on the PS5 too, but not as much. This is just like Persona 5, except it's a different combat system, I believe. Kenna or Kena, Bridge of Spirits. I played some of this, it's cool. This is like a throwback to like a PS2 era game. A lot of those games came out on the PS2 Xbox Cube. That was like their time to shine, these kind of action-adventure kind of platformers. You still see them now, but not like you used to. Looks really nice though, and from what I played, it was fun. I do need to go back to it though. This is a PS5 upgrade available. The Uncharted the Nathan Drake collection. Wouldn't the whole thing be that except Lost Legacy? This has the first 3 Uncharteds in it. I picked it up because I wanted to play the third one again, because that's the one I played once and never played again. And I want to play it again. The first one I love. It's my favorite in the series, even though once again, like Dead Rising is my favorite. It's not the best game in the series, but I just have a lot of nostalgia for it. It's just a fun game. It's still cool. I like that it was very jungly in that one. But I've played 2 and the first one like multiple times through. But the third one I only played one time. They're the Uncharted games. They're great games. They're fun action games. They're fun exploring the environment and stuff. Can't go wrong with some Uncharted. Stray. A cool change of pace. I like this game. It is short. Pretty cool story. It's like, I guess something happened to mankind and they went underground in this city. Well, this is one of them. I assume there's more. And whatever plague got down there too. So the people are gone, but they had made robots, I guess. And the robots are still around. But you are a cat. In the beginning you fall. You're hanging out with your cat buddies. You fall and you end up in this world. And you find this little dude. And now this is, I think, a guy, like, put his mind or whatever into this little robot. And you activate it somehow, I forget. And you're going around, there's not a lot of combat. You do run into these things that the robots are afraid of. They'll, like, eat them. They will kill you. You get a light upgrade that can kill these things. There's not a ton of combat in it. It's a lot of exploring, figuring out what you need to do to progress the story. You're talking to some of the robots and stuff. Because the little robot will translate to you what they're saying. You're somehow supposed to know. But all the cat animations and stuff look nice. You used to go to sleep, you're batting stuff around. It all looks nice. It's a cool change of pace game. I really liked it. It has a nice look to it, too. Like this kind of futuristic little world. And it's all kind of run down and stuff. Shadow of the Colossus remake. Fantastic game. The original looks incredible too on the PS2. This one looks better. Bleak story in this one. You're fighting these giant colossi. Some are on all fours, some are flying ones, some are on two legs. So there's variation to them. But you're like, bring your, I don't know if she's your wife or whatever, but she's like dead and you want to bring her back to life. And this like spirit thing is telling you, you got to kill these things. Spoilers here. These are massive spoilers for this game. The thing's fucking with you. It's like a demonic kind of entity that wants you to kill these things. So it doesn't have to deal with them. Because these things are like protectors of the world. And you do it, and I'm pretty sure you die at the end. Yeah, he's having a vision at the end as he's dying like this. Where he's, let's say, this army is coming in to kind of deal with stuff. But you do die. You played. Because as you're killing them, I think you're like, you get sucked in this like darkness type stuff goes into you. And you're dying pretty much as you keep killing these things. It's messing you up. But you're an idiot who just follows a dude's instructions, who's just speaking from the heavens. But yeah, the gameplay's fun. The game world itself is barren. There's not like other people around and stuff. So it's a little barren there. You use your sword, you gotta shine the light, and you find out what the other ones are. But it still is cool. It's a really cool, kind of unique game. It's made by the same people who made Ico and made this. The Last Guardian. This is another cover that's all ripped apart, the artwork. You free this thing, I forget what it is, like part 5 things, using this kid. And you gotta like figure out how to use both of them to do certain things and stuff. It has a nice look like that. Shadow Colossus and Ico. I did not complete this one though, but from what I played it was cool. King's Bounty 2. Picked this up for $8 at that same GameStop. Because I love the first King's Bounty on the Sega Genesis. So I got this one and I have not played it yet. I do want to try this one out just to see if it's like that other one. It looks like it's like the original. Resident Evil 4 remake. Awesome remake of Resident Evil 4. You're Leon S. Kennedy again. You gotta save the president's daughter, and you're in Europe now, and I don't know what exactly country you're in. I don't know if they ever tell you. But, maybe it's Spain, I don't know. Or they just say you're in Europe. But you have the new creatures in this one. And this one, I'm pretty sure you can move in this one. You couldn't move and shoot in the first one, but they bring the behind the back camera angle in the original, which was a revelation for these games at the time. Serious step up. Now you can move and shoot. They do add the beginning part where the two cops you're with, like I say, push them into that ravine, but now like they take one of them. Or maybe they took him in that too, and they threw the car in the thing. But you try to follow the guy and save him. That's a little beginning part they added. It's a great game though. The combat's great. The gameplay's great. It still has a creepy atmosphere, but it is now moving into the action horror that that Resident Evil 5 was. But this one is one of the better in the series. Awesome on VR as well. Until Dawn. Cool game made by Supermassive Games again. You're making choices in these games. Everybody could live, everybody could die. Some people could live, some people would die, depending on if you do the right button presses or you make certain choices. This one takes place in a cabin during the winter, like a person owns a lodge. What is it in this one? It's Wendigo in this, I believe, right? Rami Malek is in this one. Before he got, like, super popular. So is Hayden Panettiere is the other known person. They're cool games. They're cool stories. They're like an evolution of point-and-click games. There's more gameplay. Sometimes the button pressing in these early ones is kind of like, I remember at the end, I had to hold my breath. You got to do the same button press like 4 times. I botched on the last one and get killed. It's kind of annoying how that can, like, oh, I didn't hit X and my guy tripped and now he's dead. Sometimes that's annoying. And I think later on they gave you like you'd screw up, but the thing would get closer, but you'd have extra opportunities. Still, though, they're cool games. They're fun to play. And it looks incredible. I don't know why they remade this one. Right? It was a straight up remake, or was it just a remaster? Because I played this game well after it came out. It came out in 2015. I was playing it sometime in early 23, I think. And it looked incredible. Still looks incredible. Lost Judgment, haven't played it. I think Judgment's the first one. This takes place in the Yakuza universe, I believe. Some Tales games here. We've got Tales of Arise, which I did play some of. The Tales games are fun. They all have the same kind of combat. They all look nice. Tales of Vesperia. This is another one I got from GameStop for a tenner. I've not played it yet. Oh, that's a serious disc rattle. And Tales of Vesperia, which came out before Tales of Vesperia. I haven't played this one either. I got it because it was cheap on Amazon. So it's sealed still. And it didn't pop out. I shouldn't tap on it, it'll pop out. I like these games. I've played some of them, like Tales of Symphonia and stuff, in the GameCube. I know they redid that one as well. I want to pick that up. I also have Tales of Vesperia Remastered. That was originally a 360 game that I think came to the PS3 as well. It was a 360 exclusive first, and then it came later on. They redid that one. I have that on the Xbox One. But I like having them because these are kind of games I can pop in and just play. So I have these 3 in that one. I think that series started on the original PlayStation. Another Sight. Picked this up for my fiance. She hasn't played it yet. Looks like you are blind and this cat is helping you along the way. She likes these kind of games though, so. This is another one that was on that with the Christmas games. Stray. Was Stray also a part of that? I don't know. I haven't opened it. I just had it on there because it was literally like $7 new. I do love this game. I played it on the Xbox One. I downloaded that one. I bought it. One of the games I had actually purchased digitally on the Xbox. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. These games are awesome. This one's great. You're Adam Jensen again in this one. You are him in Human Revolution. You do not use him in Invisible War. I played those 3. I never played Conspiracy. That was the first one. These are games where you're making choices as well. In the Human Revolution, you are fully human. And you get blown up in this thing. You're like a security guard, and you're pretty much 95% of your body is now robot. And you're getting upgrades and new augmentations. And all that works into the gameplay. Very cool looking world. This one takes place when it's 2029. Things have gone wrong since Human Revolution, so everybody really hates augmented people now. They kind of did then. And then they did this thing where they set them up and everybody hates them now, Augs. And you gotta make choices at the end and stuff. You're making choices. There's cool side stuff in here. It has a really cool look. These are cool games. Like, check these games out, especially this one in Human Revolution. Human Revolution, sorry. You can get Invisible War on the original Xbox or PC for pretty cheap. Conspiracy was on the PS2, but I think that's also on PSP as well. I mean, the PC. They're cool games. Death Stranding, have not opened this yet. This is $10 new on Best Buy on a sale, so I picked it up. A lot of people call it a walking simulator. The second one comes out actually like in less than a week. I do want to check it out at some point. I do need to bust this open. Because I don't mind walking simulators. It is a Kojima game, so I'm sure it's over the top, ridiculous, and weird. Which, listen, I can appreciate, but, you know, you gotta be prepared for that stuff. Like, this is the kind of game from the people that I saw that played it or talked about it. You either love it or you fucking hate it. This has, Norman Reedus. That looks like Mads Mikkelsen. Kojima really wants to get into Hollywood. He's always trying to cozy up with these Hollywood stars and taking pictures with them. He gets them in his games and stuff. But I do need to play this at some point. I like his games. I just think his storytelling is ridiculous. God of War. I need to finish this. I'm literally, I think, at the end, but I stopped playing it for some reason. I don't know what I played in its place. Maybe Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think I'm literally at the end. Like, I can finish up some side stuff or whatever, upgrade some stuff, and then go. It's a great game, though. It looks fantastic. The gameplay is fun. It's God of War. It's brutal. This time it's the Norse mythology now. You're in hiding after killing almost all the Greek gods. You're now, you got your kid with you, Atreus. You might do a little gameplay as him, I'm not sure. But the Norse gods find out who you are. There's a really cool part when you're like, okay, you use the, I guess this is your wife's like enchanted axe or whatever. She's dead. It's a cool weapon, but there's a part in the game where he's like, remember who you are, and he busts the things in his floor in his house, and he pulls out the Chaos Blades from the original God of War games, and you start using those, and then he has a vision of Athena, who's dead, and she's talking to him. He's like, I gotta get out of my head type thing. I'm pretty sure it's Athena. Because like I said, he killed pretty much all of them. Maybe outside of a few, didn't bite it. In God of War 3. I mean, you kill all the main ones. Hades, Poseidon, Zeus, Hera. I think you kill Hercules in it as well. Because why not? You wouldn't think. Yeah, because Hercules is like working with Hera, which makes no sense. Me might acknowledge it. I don't know. I can't remember. It's a fantastic game, though. The God of Wars are fun. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Incredible game. I never played the original. I only played about 2 hours of the original years later, multiple times. But I never had a PlayStation when I was a kid. I had the N64. I wasn't I would have been. I was in high school when I got the N64. The PlayStation would have come out when I was in 11th grade. It came out in 95, right? Came out a year before the Nintendo 64. But this is an awesome remake. Different combat system now. I like both the turn-based and this more active combat system. It looks incredible. You're in Midgard for this one. You get into the main open world in Rebirth. I don't know how many hours into the original that would have been. There's side stuff to do. It's a great game. The characters are all cool. It's just an awesome game. It really is an awesome game. And Rebirth is incredible as well. I wish I had a PlayStation back then. I should have just gotten one. Because I would have been playing all this stuff. I missed out on a lot of good horror games like the Two Clock Towers, Deception. I did end up playing Silent Hill when I got my first PlayStation 2005. I got a free copy of Silent Hill. I've talked about that. The original Resident Evils I had played later on, and I played Resident Evil 2 on the Nintendo 64, but I had played them elsewhere. I think I played like 3 on the Dreamcast, I think, and Code Veronica. Well, Code Veronica wasn't on the PlayStation, it was on the Dreamcast then. It came to PS2, then it made its way to the GameCube, I believe. But like, Dino Crisis and stuff like that. And a lot of the RPGs as well. I missed out on like the original Final Fantasy VII, other ones. Suikoden's, Breath of Fire game, all types of shit. I missed out on a lot of games. But this is awesome. And the last one, Last of Us Part 2, with Ellie's face on the cover. I love this game. I think this game's great. I remember when it came out and it got spoiled and everything. I was like, whatever, dude. I didn't care. Like, spoilers here. I always tell my friend this. I've said this on this channel. I was pissed you didn't get to control Abby killing Joel. They didn't have the balls. Naughty Dog didn't have the balls to let you control that and just play out that scene. They didn't have the balls to, like, come on, man. Let me kill him. It's Joel's past catching up to him. The guy's a piece of shit. Or he was a complete piece of shit because he was like a raider and stuff. He did all that stuff with his brother. And then he became a better person. But he still, and obviously he killed, but this is a lot of spoilers. He killed Abby's father in the first one. I don't know if they intended on that, her being her father, or they were like, listen, let's do it this way. Because if it was already set in stone to begin with, that'd be cool. I don't mind the story. I like the story in this. I prefer using Abby in this to Ellie. I think Ellie's annoying as shit in this game. I don't mind playing as her and stuff, but I think she's annoying. And I also think it's annoying when you fight Ellie as Abby. That was an annoying fight. Like, you should have just, like, once you actually beat her, you're beating the shit out of her. But you should just kick the shit out of her. Because Abby is ripped. And she's fucking shit up. But there's a lot of cool story in this. I do like when you use Ellie and you go to Seattle. There's some side stuff you can do. It's really cool. That's really cool. That's when Dina is a burden. You call her. That's what Ellie is. She doesn't say that in the show. She calls Dina a burden at some point. It's a depressing game as well in this one. It's kind of the cycle of revenge, right? And at the end, you fight Abby as Ellie, but now Abby has been caught with Lev, who she meets, who's one of the scars. There's a lot of stuff going on in this. But the gameplay is great. And the thing I didn't like with this game, and you could do it better in the show, is Ellie, every time she's killing some of Abby's crew, she's like, oh my god, what have I done? And then she kills the one girl who's pregnant. Oh, I gotta turn this off in a minute because my fiance's gonna walk in and close the door. But they make it seem like she's struggling with killing these people, even though you've killed so many people already. She shouldn't care. But anyway, Last of Us 2 is a fantastic game. I love this game. Story's cool, gameplay's fun. But anyway, that's my PS4 collection, and thanks everyone for checking this out. And have a good day. Sorry, I had to rush there.